One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good afternoon. All right, I'm going to make this very quick video because I'm headed to the birthday store. Today's my daughter's birthday, so I have to pick up all of her birthday stuff. And it's only about 15 minutes away, so I'm going to be really quick. But I wanted to remind folks out there that there is no true equality. True equality does not exist. Okay? And I don't know why I need to say this with words, but it's the truth. True equality does not exist. So even if you took a woman my age and another woman my age, right? And let's say we both were married, we're both divorced, we both have 3 children. Let's say a lot of the parts of our life look the same. We are still not equal, right? You may meet a 57-year-old woman who is completely out of shape, is completely unhealthy and out of shape. And you would set her next to me, and although a lot of our life may look the same, we are not equal. Why would you think it would be any different when you put a man and a woman beside each other? Like, really think about that. So me and this other woman are 57. We've had similar milestones in our life, and we're not equal. And yet, you think you're going to make that argument about men and women being equal? Like, no, it doesn't work that way. And there are women out here who are really good at certain stuff, right? They're really, really good at certain stuff. And you have other women out here, like me, who are good at other stuff. So it's just like when a man says to me, well, Anita loves cooking. She loves cooking from scratch. You know, that's a part of her love language is, you know, giving and doing and feeding others. Anita's a really great mother. She has managed 3 children to adulthood single-handedly. And you have women out here who can't even manage 1 child. Like, that is Anita's domain. So all things domestic are my domain. Okay, that's my domain. My home, my children, my food, the way I keep my clothing, all that. Anything related to domesticity, that's me, okay? But you may have another woman my age who is a hospital administrator, right? And she's great at doing that job. She's great at dealing with people. She's great at managing people, but she can't boil water, okay? She can't boil water. Her house is a mess. Her car is a mess, right? We are different. We are not the same. We are not equal. I hate to break it to you, but true equality does not exist. And even when, let's talk about this. And this happened to a friend of mine a couple of years back. A girlfriend of mine, she had finally made partner in the law firm. So she was at this very prestigious law firm. She had made partner. And she was the first female partner, right? So she's the first female partner. Every other partner in there is male. And she was relatively young. I think she was like 39. She was like 39. All the other men are like in their 50s and their partners, but she did it. And she wants to have a child. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. She's about to see how unequal life really is, right? Because she's like, yeah, I'm finally on an equal playing field. I'm finally, you know, all things being equal. I'm like, girlfriend, you about to find out there is no equality. Even at work, there's no true equality. So she's 39. She's like, you know what? I'm going to squeeze out one kid. I've made partner. I've, hit all these milestones in my career. I'm going to do the kid thing. And so she's been married like 5 years. So she decides to have a baby. She's able to have a baby. So that was the first shockaroo. I was like, what? But she's able to have a baby. She gets pregnant. And it's a wake up call. Like, it's a complete and utter wake up call. She's just like, and, I had morning sickness and I had to reschedule a meeting, and you could tell that everybody in there was like, why is she doing that? What's happening? I'm like, I told you this would happen. Like, what? Why are you surprised? Like, you actually want the world to be okay with you being pregnant, you being sick, or you having to take time off, or you having to cancel meetings or come in late, because true equality says, because there's every other partner is like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? They ain't got no period. They ain't got no morning sickness. They ain't got no, 9 months of pregnancy. So yeah, they looking at you sideways, because they're like, we've been doing this job all this time and we never called out. We never had to cancel meetings. We never had to, come in late. So now you are finding out all things are not equal, because you're growing a whole human being inside of you. And you're like, gosh dang, like I'm in this job asking for special treatment, but I thought y'all was equal. Like, I thought y'all was equal. I thought all things being equal, because I'm just here to tell you that's what the men are thinking. The men are annoyed. Ooh, y'all not gonna like this. The men are annoyed by your normal everyday female stuff. Like, they're annoyed by that. And that's why we ain't equal. They are annoyed by your female stuff. So there will never be true equality. And she may be making the same money as them. And look, y'all, I'm going to say this. You ready? Now they kind of feel away. Like, she making the same money as them, but they kind of feel away, because they're like, she's missing time. She's showing up late. She's got doctor's appointments. She's canceling meetings. This is why she shouldn't make as much as us. Yeah, I said it. I just said it. You ready? That's why. Because in her female state, she is not able to do the job that we do. Right? She's not able to come in early and work late hours and muscle through. Like, she's carrying a baby now. And let's be honest, ladies, carrying a baby is no easy feat. It's a lot. It's a lot on your body. It's just a lot. Like, the first trimester, you are exhausted. And it's so shocking, y'all. I remember that first trimester, I was like, I could barely hold my eyes open. Like, what is happening? Like, I'm not showing. So it's like, how do you explain this to people? I'm not showing, and yet I'm exhausted. And it's got something to do with the hormones. So all these hormones are surging all in your body, and your body is kind of preparing itself to support the life that's growing inside of you. So you're exhausted. Then second, and then you got if you got the morning sickness, ooh, you got the morning sickness. Then second trimester come, and the morning sickness get a little bit better for some people. Some people have it all the way through, and being so tired gets better. But now, you're physically showing, and you can feel stuff in your body moving around. Like, it's a whole lot. 40 weeks, it's a lot. It's a lot. But there is no equality. There's no equality just amongst people. Right? There are women my age who are more fit than me. There are women my age who are not. There are women my age who have one child, and that's a struggle. There are women my age who have 8 kids. And they doing that and making it look effortless. There is no true equality. There are no two people that are doing exactly the same thing, exactly the same way, exactly the same time. We have to give up on this idea because, like I said, my friend makes partner, then she decides to squeeze out a kid, and now everybody at the law firm is looking at her sideways because they're like, yeah, this is why she shouldn't make as much as us, because she's not showing up. She's not doing the job we can do, irregardless. And look, some of these partners have 3, 4, 5 kids, but because they're men and they didn't have to carry the baby, they didn't have to breastfeed the baby, they didn't have to do any of that. They got plenty of sleep at night. Like, they was like, what that got to do with me? But my female friend is finding out, like, yeah, that is a biological difference. Now, here is what modern women are doing. You are blaming men for the biological difference. That's the part that just don't make sense. You are mad at men when you probably should be mad at God. Okay? You probably should take it up with God. But you're mad at men because you have a cycle. You're mad at men because you have a vagina. You're mad at men because you the one that have the baby, and that limits you to some extent. You're mad at men because you're not physically strong up top. Like you don't have no upper body strength. You're mad at men. You're mad at men when you're going through perimenopause and menopause. Why are you taking biology out on men? You need to take that up with the Lord. Can we just be honest? And you keep calling things oppression that are biology. So here we are today. My friend has had her baby. She works part-time at the law firm. And it has been a rough few years because, and look, thank God she has a friend like me that's telling her the harsh truth. And it's like, you right. You not wrong. I'm like, you not wrong, Anita. As much as I hate to admit that, you're not wrong. I know. And it's the lack of humility that a lot of women, y'all don't have that today. And so it hurts your feelings when I tell you something that is a truth. It's a universal truth. It's a biological truth. But it just hurts so bad. Anita, you're not making me feel good. Tell me something that's going to make me feel good. Okay? I don't want to hear these hard truths because they don't feel good. But I want you to think of it as the medicine, the cure-all. That the medicine may taste god-awful going down, but it's actually going to cure everything that ails you. That's what my channel is. It's going to taste awful. Like I can sprinkle some honey or some sugar on it, but it's going to suck going down. But it's the truth. What women today call oppression is simply biology. Take it up with God. But you know what? You take it there and you're not going to get anywhere. And a lot of women have. That's what, to me, I'm going to be frank with y'all, that's what the whole trans ideology is about. That you feel a way about being born a woman, and so now you need to become a man, thinking that somehow that's going to solve all of your problems. And sure, you can cut off your breasts, you can take out your uterus and your ovaries, but you're going to be thrown into early menopause, and then you're going to have a whole lot of other problems. You're still going to be mad at God. That's not going to solve anything. What you need to do is radically accept the life that you've been given. You've been given a beautiful, wonderful life, and what you make it is what you make it. But I am tired of women going around angry at men and blaming men and calling themselves oppressed. In 2025? Really? And you know what is a similar argument? Black people. Black people talking about Their oppression in 2025. Like, get out of here with that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. The fact that I own this vehicle, the fact that I'm about to walk in this store and use my debit card and walk into the other store, like, nobody is standing at the door of CVS. Oh, you need to go around back, Anita. This is a white only entrance. You need to, come on, stop it. And then I'm going to get in this car and drive home to my predominantly white neighborhood, pull in my driveway. I'm going to wave to all the white folks walking their dogs along the road. Like, come on, stop. Stop now. And I ain't the only one. It ain't like God handpicked me to make it. It's a whole lot of black folks that's doing just fine. So we got to stop, y'all. We got to grow up. Some of this is just emotionally immature. It's just, we got to grow up. We have to grow up and stop all this nonsense. We have to accept the life that God gave us. We have to see it as precious. We have to play the heck out of the cards that we got. Whatever cards we was dealt, we got to play the heck out of them. That's what I do. And I know when to hold them, and I know when to fold them. I know when to walk away, and I know when to run. Y'all got to learn how to do that too. Okay? Instead of just moaning and complaining. It is God awful. And look, some lady put a comment on my YouTube about how she's so glad that men have walked away and MGTOW is the best thing ever because now she can live in peace and she feels safe and I don't want no men approaching me. I don't want no men talking to me. And look, didn't have no picture in the little icon, right? And I'm thinking to myself, baby, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody coming for you. Ain't nobody trying to be with you. I can assure you. Ain't nobody checking for you. And I say that's great. I'm glad. MGTOW is great. And they need to just leave us. They need to leave you alone. This is the problem. They need to leave you alone. Stop putting every other woman in your dysfunction. They don't leave me alone. They need to leave you alone. Because you have problems. Okay? I don't have a problem speaking to men on the street, speaking to men opening the door for me, speaking to men, oh, I'll get that coffee for you. I don't have a problem. Don't put that mess on me. You keep that mess over there. Okay? So my heart goes out to any woman who's been abused or sexually abused or physically abused at the hands of a man. It really does. This is not about victimizing the victim. Okay, this is not about that. But at some point, you have to heal to the point where you can see that was that man. When you start making it about every man that's out here hurting and destroying women, that just isn't true. And someone has to stand up and say that. That isn't the truth. It has been clinically shown that most men, if, the questionnaire where it said, if you could rape a woman and get away with it, nothing would happen to you, would you? I think the results were like 12 or 14% of men. And trust me, the number shouldn't even be that high. Okay? I agree. The number should be 0. But we live in a fallen world. Okay? The number should be 0, but it was like 12% or 14%. And we live in a fallen world, but that leaves what? 86%? That leaves 86 to 88% of men that would not rape a woman even if they didn't get caught, even if it didn't get found out. That's most men. Most men don't get off raping other women. So we got to stop some of these narratives that we have going on. And I know where they come from. People's wounds and traumas and hurts at the hands of other people. But that's why healing is so important. Because if you don't heal, you'll keep attracting that same energy over and over and over again. And then the more you attract it, the more it confirms your bias. See? I told you these men. It's just a vicious cycle. So please heal. That's all. Just please heal. Okay? But there is no true equality. And to me, I have to say this as an adult to hopefully other adults so you can wake up. There is no equality. Even if you took a woman, like I said, my same age, you know, we could be the same height, we could be the same weight, we could have the same kids, we could have the same life experiences. Even we are not equal. There are things that I'm good at that she's not. There's things that she's good at that I'm not. We are not equal. Like, and then you're gonna, you know, compare yourself to a man? Like, no, that's just not the case. So we're gonna have to take this one on the chin. Okay? And it's okay. It is okay. We're going to be okay. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me here. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. And if you would like a free trial of Skool, all you have to do is email me at info@betterlovemovement.com. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And as always, stay open to love.